Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Nikesh Rugani and I'm delighted to bring you the first ever ICC Google Plus Hangout. Now the man I'm joined by here needs no introduction. He's an icon of world cricket, a Cricket World Cup legend as well, the one and only Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin, good to have you here. How are you doing?
Very much. Pleasure. It's a fantastic atmosphere and I've thoroughly enjoyed my first experience. I remember the last time I saw World Cup match, that time I was a ball boy. So from ball boy to become an ambassador is a privilege, and I'm really happy about it.
Absolutely. And what do you make of India's performance here today? 307, winnable?
It's a very good total, and I think the games are won or lost in the second half, and we need to finish strong. And I'm sure the plans will be put into place, and you plan and then you go out and execute. So this is the time for execution.
Absolutely, and we'll see if the bowlers can do as well as they did against Pakistan. But as I said, we're here for the first ever ICC Google Hangout with Sachin Tendulkar. So it's time to hear from you guys, the fans. We've got plenty of questions as well. We've got on the Hangout on the line there as well, and we'll have questions also from Twitter and from Google Plus. We've been absolutely flooded with them so far. So first up is Puneet Soni. Puneet, over to you.
Hi sir, my question to the God is, actually I'm thrilled. Australia and New Zealand are hosting a brilliant World Cup this year. So what are your favorite venues that you played at in both of these countries?
Sorry, it's not clear.
Sorry, Bianch, could you repeat that again, please?
Yeah, Australia and New Zealand are hosting. Australia and New Zealand are hosting a brilliant World Cup this year. So I'm asking, what are you played at in?
Right, I think we're having a few troubles with the line there, but Sachin, I've got his question here. So
Sure.
He says, who are the players at this year's World Cup that you believe are the biggest, or are going to be the biggest stars in the years to come, the ones to look out for?
I think if I start from India, then the entire team is a solid team. I think we've got terrific batting lineup. Shikhar has started off the tournament really well. So has Virat. Ajinkya played well today. So these are the guys. I think Rohit is also waiting to do something really special. If I have to move to other teams, then South Africa, Hashim Amla, terrific batting lineup. Australia, Warner, Finch. There are so many top players. It's difficult to pick just 2 or 3 players. I mean, each team is full of solid batting lineup, and I think there'd be about 6-7 top players to look out for, and then the names are obvious, I would say.
Quite a few in this game. Got plenty of credit from Twitter and Google Plus as well. We'll get to this one at the moment from Shane, who got in touch via Twitter. Thank you, Shane. He said, we've seen some brilliant performances in the qualifying, or from the qualifying countries. What do you think of teams like Ireland and Afghanistan at this Cricket World Cup 2015?
I think it's important that the top sides play against all these sides as much as possible, and not just during the World Cups. To play against them every 4 years. I think we need to look into it and look to encourage them more by making them play international games against top sides. You see, it has been a history where from many World Cups, these sides have always come up with surprises, and this World Cup, we saw West Indies got beaten earlier, so I feel there is potential, and the guys just need that platform to express their talent. This tournament is going to be exciting as the time goes by. So you will see some exciting matches played teams.
Absolutely, and we've seen Afghanistan as well today. They ran Sri Lanka pretty close in that game over in New Zealand. Zimbabwe played well in their first game against South Africa.
Absolutely.
Are you concerned then at the fact that the ICC have then said in the next World Cup we'll just have 10 teams competing? We've got 14 here. It seems to be one of the few world competitions really which is getting less in size. If you look at things like the Football World Cup, which has expanded over the years.
as I said earlier, that you want the game to globalize, then you got to encourage more and more teams to participate, and obviously not at the cost of dropping the standard of playing, but we need to look at how could we get these guys to raise their standard of playing. And I think the standard of playing is only going to raise if they start playing against the top sides, or for that sake, I mean, I feel even the top sides, if they send their A teams, India A could tour Zimbabwe or uh, Bangladesh or Ireland, Scotland, and all these teams. They need encouragement. UAE, I mean, we can always send South Africa A team or Australia A team can always go and play some matches against UAE team and then give them that encouragement.
Absolutely. And next we've got Karthik Kannan. Karthik, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Would you like to ask Sachin?
Yeah. Hi, Sachin. It's a great pleasure interacting with you on a Google Hangout. My question to you is, I've always felt that palpitation that a wicket is around the corner when you are about to bowl. So the question is, were you India's best leg spinner?
Karthik, again, apologies. It's a very bad line there as well. Sorry, Karthik, I've got your question here, so I'll ask Sachin. He says, were you the leg spinner that India had? Because as much as you could, obviously, Anil Kumble, not a massive turner of the ball. He had many other skills.
I used to jokingly tell my teammates that if I get landing permission, then I'll continue to bowl, because sometimes I found difficult to find the right spot, and I enjoyed bowling, and it's happened to me since my school days, in net practice also I would either be bowling seam ups or off spin or leg spin, and it was all about enjoying cricket, and I continued to do so at international level as well, and because I practiced everything at school level, I was able to experiment a little bit at international level as well.
And you did pretty well against the South Africans, I remember, in the Hero Cup.
Yeah, I bowled the last over. Yes. Yeah, I bowled a bit of those leg cutters, and the last one was a straight up Yorker.
Absolutely, great stuff. So we've got Hrish Toa on the line as well. Hrish, can you?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Hi.
Hrish,
Hi.
What would you like to ask?
Hi, Sachin. So, there is a lot of similarities between Virat and you. Both of you have got 22 centuries when you are 26. So, how much of yourself you see in Virat, and what is your advice to Virat?
Sorry, Harish. The line is very bad. I think what Harish is asking there is there are a lot of coincidences between you and Virat Kohli. You were 26 when you hit 22 centuries. Virat, also 26. He's also hit 22 centuries with his latest one against Pakistan. How much of yourself do you see in Virat, and what advice do you have for him to reach the heights that you've achieved?
It's nice to know statistics through you, because I was not aware of all this. Each player, I think, likes to have his own identity, and so was the case with me. I mean, I always like to have my own identity. I didn't like comparisons. Each player in that era, if he targets to be one of the top players to have played cricket in that era, then you would be doing a decent job. It is difficult. You can certainly try and have realistic targets, and then try and live up to your own expectations, and that is what I would tell Virat as well. He is passionate about cricket. He cares about playing cricket for India, and I'm sure he will continue to work hard the way he has been, and something that he'll give us a reason to smile for a number of years.
And Sachin, I know you're a big sports fan, whether it be football or tennis or a whole host of other sports. There's been a lot of great number 10s across the years in other sports. You've got Maradona, Pele, the list goes on. I've got a question here from Iftar, who got in touch via Google+, and he says, is there any specific reason that the number 10 is the one that you chose?
I chose number 10 for the fact that my surname starts from 10, and instead of writing TEN, I used to, on my cricket gear, I used to write TEN. Instead of that, I just thought, to make it simpler, is write 10, and that becomes my ODI number. But other than that, there was no reason to go for 10.
Okay. Any footballing reasons? Any footballing heroes you might have who you followed? Any particular number 10s? Maradona?
Not because of that. I just thought, 10 number and my surname. I mean, I think it goes together, and that was the only reason. I don't think I wanted to, 10 number has significance, and I just felt that it goes with my name.
Okay, and we've got another question from Sumit. Sumit, can you hear us? Sumit.
Hello, Sachin Bhaji. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
It's a real pleasure, interacting with you. Thanks to ICC and Google. Well, as India always been relying heavily on its batting, my question for you is: will India ever produce a Tendulkar in bowling? And if yes, how can India have a genius like you in bowling also? That's one of our desires.
What Sumit is asking, will they produce somebody who's been successful at batting as you have in the bowling department? Will India produce a world-beating bowler?
Well, we've definitely have some bowlers in the recent past, and I feel to be able to achieve what Kapil Dev and Anil Kumble, Harbhajan Singh, Zahir has gone close to taking 300 wickets. And then the spin greats of India, Bishan Singh Bedi, Chandrasekhar, Prasanna, Venkat Raghavan, all these guys, we have talent, but you're not going to see these type of bowlers overnight. It takes time. It will take about good 7-8 years for somebody to mature and to consistently perform at that level. It's not easy. It's not something which will not happen overnight. So once we have identified that talent, then we need to be persistent and find all the ways of encouraging that bowler, and also making sure that he's following the right training programs, because the number of matches played nowadays easily and once you're out of action, to get easy. So it's a tough job. It's something which is going to require a lot of efforts.
Okay, thank you very much, and that is all we've got time for on this first ever ICC Cricket Hangout. Thank you very much, Sachin, for your time, and enjoy the second half.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Thanks.